And these guys, this Seneko stack,
Yeah.
lost to both of them. So these guys might be better than most people were expecting. Obviously, Seneko, a really good player. Always been a fan of him.
Flo and Ark, really good. I mean, Ark played with, stood in for a bunch of teams. He struggled to find a team, but he played with Penta when they lost 9, and he looked very good then. Nico Baby has been around for a long time. He's quite young, I think. He's still like early 20s.
His name says 97, so yeah, he'll be 21.
Yeah. But he's a Bulgarian player that's been around since the Dota 1 days. I remember him playing when he was like 14 or something. I don't recognize Sonic. Or like he's not a recognizable name, you know, as a big name, but definitely a team that has a lot to prove, but they've got the players to do it.
Yeah, I think Seneko has the making of a really good captain as well. So if he can band them together, clearly it's working so far. They're doing decently.
Oh, here we go. Io, Night Stalker, Chen, Skywrath, Windranger, Warlock. I like these 3 bands from Seneko. Skywrath, Windranger, Warlock. Piss off with your annoying lanes. Get out of my game.
So those are just the frustrating 5 positions or supports to play against.
So the Beastmaster and the Disruptor Steel against the Naga, the Jakiro pick to go with the Naga. All looks good.
Yeah. So it seems like after these 5 positions that are being banned out, the tier 2 seems to be Disruptor and Jakiro. So each side getting one of those.
Looking solid.
Beastmaster and Naga, both ones that have been banned out, so really high priority picks as well.
So for this Seneko squad, previous drafts have included Bane, ET, Pugna, Morphling, Kunkka, Windranger, Io, Beastmaster, Marana, Lifestealer, PA, Pugna, Gyro, Tusk, Windranger, and then the most recent winning is Vega, much more standard in the Naga, Jakiro, DP, Doom, Abaddon. Was that a carry Abaddon then that we've missed out on against Vega? Let me bring that
or a
game
carry
up.
Doom, I guess.
Or a carry Doom. Let's have a look. So they had Seneko Naga, they had Flo Doom. No, it was a carry Abaddon. He's got himself Helm, Raddy, Lotus Orb. 10 and 3 on that Abaddon. Dear Lord.
What heroes were they against?
They're against Tree, Venge, Storm, Beastmaster, and Silencer.
So it's just a counter to the Beastmaster and
So he Lotus
Storm.
Orb and the Silencer, I guess. Like Lotus Orb himself, Shield another.
Yeah.
Cool.
They seem to like this Naga Jakiro then. Obviously a strong combo. We did see it a lot in last couple of tournaments.
Into the second phase of bans. Kunkka, Luna, PL. What do you reckon comes out now? What's the next ban?
Just looking at the stream.
Ember? You're looking at the stream, why?
I am, you're pointing at me. Don't stroke me. Right. Yeah. So Kunkka's been banned. Obviously, surprising Seneko stack won that last game, right?
Yeah.
Of course, that was one of the other games. So, but it is a strong hero. It seems like most teams are playing it now. Zeus. So that's the typical counter pick to the Naga Siren. You know, your Nimbus can interrupt those combos, stop the TPs out during the song. Seems like most teams are opting for at least one hero that can do that.
Straight into the Visage, though.
Yeah, so Empire must be having flashbacks here.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
They got Visage last game in the first phase, this time it's second phase, but it does the same job. The heroes are similar as well, not brilliant against the hero.
5 seconds remaining.
They've got a lot of push as well on this lineup. Minus armor from Naga, physical damage from Visage, but the familiars and the liquid fire from Jakiro Visage. Very, very annoying. So what do they need now? Just raw damage?
Yeah, they need something to benefit from the Beastmaster Aura. Deals with the Visage base decently. Probably a BKB carry against the Jakiro as well. Luna has been banned out. That would have been a decent option. Obviously good against the Visage.
Ember Spirit.
Oh, Ember again.
So they do go. So it's either going to be... I mean, we have seen the Zeus 4 position, haven't we? You know, Yapso does play that a lot.
Yeah.
It is something that is ran, so it is a possibility.
We've seen it POS 5 a couple of times, especially in the CIS region, but...
Yeah.
We'll see where
It's
he
just...
heads.
If it's Zeus and Because, you've got to worry about their ability to push towers. Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
Beastmaster,
definitely.
if he gets that Necro book up, that's an option, but it's not been the favourable build. Most people go in this, you know, medallion into Shadowblade, something like that. So I think I'd prefer to see Zeus 4 or 5 position here. You know, they counter-pick the Visage a bit with their last pick.
Oh, AFK 20. They get to respond to the Ember. And there's a lot of vision here from Team Empire. Disruptor, Beastmaster, Zeus, and Ember Spirit give them so much range and catch and magic damage, and you know, there's a lot of nuke. Like you're mentioning, there's not really that much kind of, you know, conversion into objectives, whether it be towers or Roshan.
Yeah,
pretty
you do
difficult.
have the Zeus ult into the Glimpse, which is always nice. Means you can't lose vision.
Let's see what they go for. They've got plenty. I mean, Lycan is still in the pool, right?
Yeah, this is the first game that Lycan hasn't been banned out in the second phase. It's not great against Ember if you can get the chains off, but obviously you do have quite a lot of units, so most of the time you should be okay.
Seems like a consideration they could go for, because it doesn't struggle against Beastmaster +1 in lane because of the heal he's got, right?
Yeah.
He can kind
It
of
is nice.
sustain.
It just depends how they want to do this game. Obviously, they've been quite all in on the push there.
Team Empire's turn to
OD.
Okay.
Anti-Ember hero?
Yeah.
And
So it
also
looks
save
like they
against
want-
BM.
Once again, Visage could go into the offlane, like I said, with the Naga Siren. Seems like people favour to put it in the mid or safe lane, though, secure its farm a bit, so I'm imagining it'll be safe lane, Visage, mid OD.
10 seconds.
OD has a
remaining.
nice matchup against the Ember Spirit.
5 seconds remaining.
I forgot to turn the music off. It was so lovely. I turned it down when we started talking, and I just forgot to turn it off. Wonderful lo-fi hip-hop radio by Chill Hop. Very strong music.
Dire team pick.
What's that? Bloodseeker ban? Abaddon. Yeah, there's the Abaddon ban, the respect. And Omni is the final pick. So I think you're right there. Safe lane Visage, off lane Omni. But looking at the way they ran that Abaddon in the previous game, they could quite easily go for the carry Omni Knight.
They could do. I think it makes more sense to just run it standard. You can swap Visage and OD between the mid lane depending on what they picked last year to get a favourable lane. But
5 seconds remaining.
Omni Knight's good against Disruptor in lane. Obviously, you get near the point in the Dispel and they can't glimpse you anymore. Walk out the kinetic field as well. So I'd expect that to be in the off lane, maybe with the Jakiro.
Empire. 10th pick. Where on earth do you go with this?
I hope they pick some physical damage. I think they really need it.
Just something to hit towers.
Yeah. They could even... Lycan isn't brilliant for them. The Visage Familiars is pretty good against it. Ice Path and Net as well, but it does fill most of their issues on their draft, I think.
Test 1, 2. Okay, there we go. I think you might have to turn on that voice record thing again. On the right-hand side, you see the white
You may now
voice bubble,
select
right?
Your heroes.
Yeah, okay, I've done it now. Yeah, it looks like I do have to do it.
Yeah, okay. Weird. Morphling again. So that is a pos for Zeus.
So that's what I was hoping for. It does seem pretty good this game. The Morphling obviously didn't have a great game last game, but they did let through that Doom into the last phase, and they're not up against that this game, so might do slightly better.
There's
Now
nothing
he
really
does have
to
his-
destroy him this time. Like, OD used to be really good against Morph because he required mana. Now it's less so.
Yeah, it's still a good matchup, I think, in terms of cores, but
10
it's not
seconds remaining.
that favoured to OD.
5 seconds.
Naive has his
remaining.
Ember Spirit. He did play well on that hero last game. Wasn't quite enough to close it out, but definitely a scary player.
A scary player. Oh, we'll see how
Mm.
things go for them. Nico Baby OD, Flow Omni. So it looks like you are correct in the way they're setting it all up. So then that leaves us with what? Which one would you put? Would you put Naga with the Omni or Jakiro with the Omni at the top lane?
I think I'd put Jakiro with him.
And then you have Naga to kind of deal with the Beastmaster +1.
I think Naga Visage is a good lane. Because you have the minus army, you can get the Grave Chill and the net. I think it's
Yeah.
actually better than Jakiro Visage would be. So
And Naga's
Usually-
tanky as well.
yeah, exactly. Usually you want to keep a ranged hero in that safe lane, but I think in this specific lane, Naga is okay. Does a better job than Jakiro.
Prepare for
So
battle.
far, Seneko, Orb of Venom start things off. Flow over on the Omni Knight. Only 2 mangoes.
My purpose fulfilled. What clever is this? I'm ecstatic.
Let's let them get it out of their system to begin with. Oh man, when I was doing the B stream for Birmingham Major, I literally had to mute VP. Like because they can spam it in the draft, right? So all through the draft, me and Lacoste are sitting there trying to talk about the picks, talk about the heroes, say what's going on, and all you hear is them just spamming voice lines over and over again.
You see that tweet? I can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
But it's
so-
like it's disabled in a battle cup, but it's not disabled in the major.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't spam and tip in battle cup, but you can in
Huh.
grand finals of a major. Sounds good.
How silly.
Stick in trouble here. They've wrapped round.
That's a big smoke, isn't it? Look at them. All the way around. Orb of Venom goes
Nice
to work
play.
from Seneko. Yeah, Arc just kind of baits them in. Disruptor's going to have to go for a wander all the way around. He's going to get clipped by this dual breath, though. Don't know if they can catch him.
They do have a net.
In a second, they do. It's going to get in range.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you'll probably die here.
looks like he does. That's,
Nice blocks from Sonic. Accepts his fate.
Sonic and Seneko, that's not going to get difficult. Double bounty rune for Arc. It looks like the double radiant bounty rune down at bottom does get grabbed up. So bottom lane, Omni and Naga. Top lane will be Jakiro Visage. As the mid lane, OD Ember Spirit matchup, as we were looking towards over on that side. Ghost Stick and Miposhka return towards top, the Disruptor and Beastmaster, while Chu Zeus will try and defend the honor of FN's Morphling in this game. Sonic already taking an absolute beating there with axes and Thunderstrike thrown in. Arc with the Grave Chill tries to get a bit of trade back, but it's Empire coming out on top.
They've got traded regen. Jakiro out of mana though, so his lane impact is going to be weakened by quite a lot.
And that's what happens when you don't buy mangoes, Crysen.
It is.
I mean, look, triple mango Beastmaster. Yeah, I mean, Miposhka has mango and an Orb of Venom. Arc's in trouble here. Oh, that's going to be 2 more hits. Yeah, Miposhka just skirting the very edge there of the tower range, making sure he doesn't get into any danger. But that's now Arc out of lane. He's going to have to salve up. Sonic tipping Miposhka as he wanders all the way. Oh, wait, what's happened? What's Jakiro doing? Can you explain?
He's dying on purpose,
He wants to go home.
so it's quicker than running back to base. He gives. Oh, that's quite a lot.
No, I mean, he gives like 20 gold per person.
Yeah.
I guess he'll respawn soon. Arc, Fairy Fire bait and turnaround. Thunderstrike won't be able to finish him off, so very nicely done there. And the one kill that Empire has is the one that Jakiro has just given away to them. He's brought out items as well. Sonic the Courier.
Yeah, definitely worth it. Just efficient.
Way better than denying to neutrals now since the change as well, right?
Yeah, a lot better. It's like 26 seconds, the
Yeah.
death timer on denying to neutral, so that's not worth it. You'd walk back in that time. So it gives us a bit of gold, but yeah, it's definitely okay.
Naive 14-3 against the 9 and 5 of Nico Baby. Naive, exceptionally good job in this mid lane. But again, we're seeing the OD skip past Arcane Orb. And, you know, from my view, I probably don't understand this matchup or what's happening here. But so often in history or in past games or past patches anyway, I've seen, you know, the Arcane Orb, you go, you know, 2-0-2. I've seen Era do it a hell of a lot on his OD. But what's the reasoning here to go for the Astral?
I think it's just better lane control. If Ember, I've seen a couple of times Ember's walked in Flame Guard into the lane, the Astral's in, denies the group to try and get. I think it's just easier to CS. Obviously, you can bully him out a bit easier with the Arcane Orb, but the lower levels in Essence Aura, I mean, you're limited in how many times you can use it, so this is just the safer way to lane it.
Well, across the map there, it looks like Empire getting some massive advantages. Miposhka will die finally. But what, FN kills off Flow bottom lane. Top lane, they killed Sonic and Arc as they chased in with a Beastmaster Disruptor. Ghost Stick's going to get turned on now as in comes Sonic with the dual breath, Arc with the Grave Chill. Ghost Stick slowed down to a snail's pace with no escape, even with Miposhka TPing in to help out. But I've got to say, Seneco's team doing well in lanes. Wait, is Miposhka dead as well?
Yeah, he got netted 2 points in net. It's enough. Not respecting the damage on the Visage, I think. Strong trialing from Seneco's team. This Beastmaster could die again.
It definitely feels like an early point in Soul Assumption. But I guess it's required. It's getting them kills. It's working out. And they're going to go Beastmaster again, exactly as you said. Ghost Stick, a step too far forward, and there's another one.
So much damage with the Riptide. It's only level 1, but it's just amping everything up.
Mid lane, Nico baby. No chains, only Flame Guard damage here. He's got Astral, and he's going to have to pop this onto Ember Spirit now. Flame Guard looks like it's still there, but there's the kinetic field. Miposhka up onto the high ground. Flow dies bottom lane, and, well, Nico baby's dead over here as well. Miposhka hunts him down, takes the kill. 6 to 7 at 5 minutes. Couldn't have asked for any more.
Empire's lane's going a lot better than the last game. Naive crushing his lane once again.
Dire's bottom tower.
Arc gets closed in on. Bounty Rune grabbed. Glimpse back, though, will likely secure Arc's death as Sonic tries to hold them back with a dual breath, but it would never be enough. And like you're saying, FN just has an absolutely free lane, right? 21 and 12.
Yeah. It's the first game we've seen FN get free farm, really. And you know what this guy can do with that. I mean, he played really well last game, even after the difficult lane, so with a good start. Much more comfortable game for Empire here.
Ghost Stick, not comfortable at all. He sees Sonic coming in. He's going to have some help from Miposhka in a second. Will keep himself nice and safe. Miposhka's just hiding off map for as long as possible, though. He's not showing himself at all on any of these lanes. He's trying to give that fear factor top and middle. Make sure this Dire team kept on their toes. But Seneco has this Invis rune. He's going to scout out and open this lane up for kills. I think Jakiro, yeah, starting off there. Dual breath, Riptide, kitchen sink, all the damage. Ghost Stick dead. No real follow through onto Miposhka as Chu has made the rotation top, realizing FN can stick around bottom lane alone, and they'll grab back Sonic with the glimpse. Dual breath is there on Chu, though, and this will likely be a trade back. And Naive arriving, in come the remnants with the chains. Chu dies, but so will Arc. Seneco goes for the TP, and they've got nothing to cancel, but the damage was nearly enough to bring him down.
Nice rotation from Naive, gets the Visage kill. That's the important one. But you see how strong this Nagasai and Visage lane is. As soon as you hit that net, the damage from Visage is just too much.
Visage isn't really farming that well, though. I guess it's still just about the timing of the Helm of the Dominator, but do you feel like Empire have slowed that enough to be comfortable?
He's getting good levels. You're right, he's not farming that much, but that's just because of how aggressive he's been in the lane. He's fall behind a bit. He's about 1k behind the Morphling, so definitely not ideal. Does nearly have that Dom, though, so probably take a tower, catch up a bit once he's got that.
I guess he is 4, 3, and 4 on Arc.
Yeah.
And he's going to get glimpsed in. Jakiro's here, though, for maybe a bit of a turnaround. Ice Path does catch in, but the Familiar's summoned, stunning up 3, but Naive arrives. Let's see if they can kill off anything else. They'll catch Sonic here. Very swiftly dispatching him as the Wild Act. Wait, did they kill both Familiars?
So that's really bad. 2 minutes until there's more Familiars, so he's essentially not going to have his ultimate until nearly the 10-minute mark.
I mean, that's like 600 or 700 gold from 2 kills and 2 Familiars, right?
Yeah. They're nearly 3k. Yeah, they're more than 3k ahead on Empire now. So is the net worth.
Oh, Miposhka is going to survive this, isn't he? Seneco, stick charge up. In comes the Remnant, and Naive clears him up. A bit of space here for Nico Baby mid lane on the OD. But Empire really are striking back very, very hard.
Yeah. If you look at the net worth, Morphling's so far ahead of everyone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, he's taking a tier 1. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he's double the net worth of Visage right now. Just those rotations from Naive, really, every single one.
What's Flo up to? Flo has Blades of Attack, no boots, going phase into drums. Slow game for him.
I actually TP DOD bot just to stop the Morphling playing aggressive. But it's a lot to commit just to force him away from the tower. And look at FN, he knows he's left, he's straight down the lane. He knows that he's really hard to kill right now. He can just play aggressive on this tier 2.
What's this going to be like? If he doesn't die, 14-minute Aquila 1 treads Lincolns?
Dire's bottom tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Usually I'd say 15 minutes is about the earliest you can get it, but with 2 kills you can definitely do
Radiant's
it
middle
quicker than
tower
that.
is under
2 kills
attack.
and tier 1, yeah, absolutely. Monstrous amounts of farm. Radiant Sentry not quite catching that Observer Ward. Very unfortunate. It's barely out of range. And Naive does manage to get himself back into his mid lane. No longer forced to make rotations, but I haven't really watched this Zeus pos for. I've not really, felt the impact of Chu. But he's just kind of kept FN in the lane, right?
Yeah, he's not had the most impact, not yet anyway. I'm expecting him to go into these arcane boots and then straight for the Aghanims. That's what most of these position force uses tend to do. Just get the Ags up nice and quick. Or at least try to.
No messing around with like Ether Lens and stuff? Just go
No, I
straight
think
into Ags?
Ags seems integral in this game, but we'll see what he chooses to do.
They're trying on Morphling bottom. He's strength morphing away. He's turned himself into a Jakiro, which will be the end of him. And that's a 327 gold bounty that goes the way of the Naga Siren. But the trouble is Naive arrives with Ghost Stick, clears up their Visage. And I think Seneco's in trouble as well. With no song, they roar back in onto the Naga Siren, but Nico Baby arrives. Big damage from the Arcane Orbs. Naive tries to sprint away. Mana ready for the jump, and he gets away. Off the sand as Eclipse goes, but Nico Baby can't clear anybody up.
He dodged it with the Remnant there.
Very strong.
Yeah, Arc goes down there as well, so they do get the Morphling, that's great, but Arc is suffering this game.
Like that desperation from the Ember, like bottling, wanding, barely scraping enough mana to jump as well.
Yeah, really close.
Omni. Oh dear. Bottom 3 net worth Omni.
Dire's top tower.
He's got his phase boots. But I guess he's just there as a repel machine for the OD, right?
Yeah, you saw what the Dire tried to do. They focused a lot on top. Obviously, they got a lot of kills there, but it's not worked out great. But they definitely didn't give Omni a great lane.
Dire's
He'll
top
get his
tower
repel up.
has
He'll
fallen.
get his Purify to level 4. He's got his phase boots, so he can stay in decent position. Song in the middle lane.
They've got Ice Path level 2. Only 1 remnant here for the Ember Spirit, so relatively difficult. Oh, he's got the high ground remnant. They turn back and fight, in fact. Out goes Naive. Sonic's dead. Miposhka glimpses him back into the stack storm as well. Nico Baby, oh, this is real sad. The roar onto Omni buys the time, so he can't repel or purify back. The familiars have to land before they die. And will you look at that? A regen rune for Naive. Back up to full HP, full mana, ready to fight again. Oh, hello! FN!
Defense in.
He's in! I'm not sure about this one. He is getting burnt down very quickly. Naive has to retreat. Jumps away with his last remnant and pops the regen rune. Very interesting maneuver by FN. He felt very strong, but nothing to show for it.
Familiars keep dying. One died again then.
Are scanning.
Usually an important part of this hero in the early game is keeping those alive. You're really not a hero without those birds.
I wish we had JJ's Layers to see how much gold has been given by birds and who's got it.
Yeah, I think about... It's like 5 or 6 have died now. So, 7.5k net worth lead for Emperor.
3 green heroes in the top
Dire's
3.
middle tower is under attack.
You do have this
Beastmaster.
Naga.
Beastmaster went in for that Necro book. I do like it. Add some more push to the lineup.
Oh, look at this. FN, he is the OD now. Oh. Why wouldn't he stay as the OD? Or did it expire? No, it didn't expire.
No. Why would he?
Because he can steal...
Yeah, it steals. It's only level 1 arcane though, so.
Still, like, you can still refresh your mana. Like, it's more damage, right? He dies faster.
Yeah, I guess he's just scared of the counterplay, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Or just having that more strength ready to go.
It's safer to just be in your form. Maybe if it was level 3 or 4 arcane orb, he'd stay in the OD. Get that into it, but it's not too important.
Get the big mana.
Dire's top tower
So what we're
is
looking
under
at,
attack.
he is a recipe away from
Radiant's
Lincoln's,
bottom
so
tower is under attack.
with the running around he's been doing, the fact that he hasn't, taken tier 2 bottom lane, he's had to move around the map a little bit more. He's delayed
He
a
did
little.
die as well.
Yeah, that's true. He did die once down at
Radiant
bottom.
are scanning.
So not 14 minutes.
No, still a good timing though.
I mean, much better than last game where it was like, what, 18 and a half?
Yeah, he had a rough lane last game though. This is the complete opposite. Omni. Still not doing well, don't know for that. Drum and then a Midas. Interesting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Drum
bottom
into
tower is
Midas.
under attack.
Well, it's time to go for a big smoke. Seneko, he's holding it, has Song, level 2 Ice Path still. But they've got the Macropire this time around as the Zeus ulti. Oh dear.
It's good timing.
It really is.
Dire's middle
Pause for
tower
Zeus.
is
Look
under
at FN, he's just not scared.
Have a mission.
Maybe he should be more scared.
Strength morph. He's got waveform. Away he goes. Song is here. They've got Santi's Eclipse, right? He just dies.
Morph into OD maybe.
Wait, he's
No,
not.
just nabbed it.
Oh, this is close. There we go. FN finally drops, but it's going to be some kind of trade back now as Naive sprinting forward. They've killed off Imposter in the back, and Arc.
He
Oh,
has
they've
a
got
remnant.
eyes on the Ember Spirit. You're right, he has a Remnant in a second, but it's on cooldown. The damage. Naive dodges away from some, but not enough. Somehow, AFK 20.
That's gone really well.
Well, what looked like FN potentially just running away and walking it all off, they not only get the Morphling, but 2 bonus kills on top with the Ember and Disruptor.
Yeah, you see Beastmaster blipping at where they smoked. Clearly FN must have known that they had smoked there. Playing a little too aggressive, getting that Ancient's camp. Some big kills though.
And is that just cockiness? Thinking, I can't die even if you smoke into me? Or do you think he genuinely
Maybe.
didn't see?
Yeah, maybe it's poor communication. Maybe no one made him aware of it. Maybe he was just cocky. Yeah, it's understandable. On this hero, you can feel like when you're this far ahead, you feel like you're unkillable. But he's got to remember he's playing against an OD Visage as well. Not as easy as that.
There's also the, like when Zeus ults smoke, you don't see, like you see the vision
don't see the
around
hero,
you don't see
you
the
see
actual
the
hero.
vision
So
of them, yeah.
maybe he thought it was a 2-man or a 3-man smoke, right?
Yeah. I mean, he would have seen the rest of the heroes if that was the case, you know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
They'll only see one hero because
he-
it was a 4-man smoke. They'll see one hero pushing the lane and then 4 invisible.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what's happening. And they got full vision of hero and no one else, so he definitely should have known, but I'm sure he's kicking himself.
You've pulled a Light of Heaven, by the way.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
So there's a bit of a bug. There's a bit of a meme when you're in when you're like in lobby spectating. You probably know this, but if you ping on something, every spectator sees it. The players don't, but every other caster and spectator
Right.
sees it. So Light of Heaven is well renowned for pinging shrines for like no reason. He just like pings shrines because he can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, glimpse back, Sonic. Looks like he's fine. It used to be like Toby would get a little bit upset when people ping. He doesn't like things appearing on their screen, but I think everyone is reasonable about it now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Sometimes you gotta ping,
are
you know?
fortified.
Sometimes you just have to,
Dire's
yeah.
top tower is
I mean,
under
sometimes,
attack.
pinging an item like, oh, he's got BKB and it's 10 seconds. Sometimes you just have to let it go. Miposhka, oh, Seneko. In you go. Miposhka gone. That should be an easy tier 1. Maybe even they swing towards tier 2. And FN has already traded off top lane. Mid lane's getting shoved by Naive. And this is the trouble, right? The split push draft against the kind of team fight draft. Split push is going to come out on top.
Yeah, it's the same idea as last game. They went these split push cores against them, thinking they'd be able to just push the lanes without being caught. Obviously, Doom did a good job at catching them out, but the Dire really don't have that hero to catch them out this game, so play more aggressive on the lanes. And obviously, Morphling and Ember Spirit, 2 of the best heroes for it.
DD Morphling into Roshan.
Oh, not that quick.
18 minute Aegis. He's gone Lincolns into Manta style as well. I guess Net, Grave Chill, all pretty handy. And they've done it again. Crysen, they've literally done it again. Smoke into Zeus ult. Like, how does he know?
They don't have vision. Just sees the roll off the map, I guess.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is the good thing about support Zeus, because you're not that important at being a reliable source of damage. You can just use that ult for vision a lot more liberally. Well, he's doing it perfectly this game, really giving them no chance of getting these smoke moves off. Empire are smoked now, moving down from the jungle.
The full backstab.
Yeah, this is perfect movement. Looks like Seneca's. Looks like the Dire know though.
Who do you roar? Shadowblade's here. Stack Storm in. Very big. 2 heroes obliterated, and now they have the roar onto Arc. FN can just absolutely shred him. Oh, FN, hello. He's taken out by the Macropire. Naive survives through that Sanity's Eclipse. When the familiars popping back up, FN's got to be a little careful, but he'll clear them up. And the glimpse onto Nico Baby secures a 4th kill as Sonic goes wandering for bounty runes. Empire, though, keep 5 alive thanks to that Aegis of the Immortal. Another huge team fight win for them. And it looks like they might be closing this game out only 20 minutes in.
Naive nearly down to the OD there, manages to get away, but I think he does need to play a bit more carefully. He's using all the Revenants on initiation, so no way to get away if OD starts smacking him.
Here we go, high ground. Up onto tier 3.
They don't have Aegis anymore, so they're probably a bit apprehensive. Yeah. Back off. Farm the map, get your items up.
Still scared of Song into Jakiro combo. Fully understandable. TP's to Shrine though. Ghost Stick no roar for 8. They'll jump the Zeus and the Morph, but, well, Nico Baby has astraled himself. Still.
Behind.
They will find a kill. Looks like Arc with that pipe into Rod of Atos. Trying to tank up and give himself as much utility as possible. I mean, the Rod of Atos very good against Morphling and Ember Spirit, right? It just removes their maneuverability, which in part is their survivability.
I think he's recognising that their lockdown isn't great. You know, they only have the ice path really from the net. So this just adds another form. But hopefully he can catch one of those cores. So AFK 20, picking up in the top lane, Slako's Road.
It's a good Ice Path Macropire though. Stack Storm is catching Nico Baby, he's walked into it. Song from Seneko will buy a bit of time here. Nico Baby's got to, what, force and blink away. TP in 4 seconds. Glimpse onto Sonic. Nico Baby and Seneko, I don't know how long they can survive. They don't quite catch the Naga. No mana for chains, and another great Ice Path there, zoning them back and keeping them alive. Oh, what's that? AFK 20. None of them die.
No. Impressive that they kept everyone alive there. Everyone fell so low, but the glimpse was not great on the Jakiro, actually sent them to safety, so.
See them cower before us.
It was a sloppy team fight from Empire, but they can just reset, wait for their abilities to come back.
Omni has decided against the Hand of Midas. Going for the much more standard phase drums into Yules. At least for now, that's what he's got queued up.
Yeah, the 30-minute Midas would have been a
question mark.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't ever Google a 30-minute Midas?
I would not Google it.
You would not Google it? Okay, fair enough.
I even asked you to, mate.
Not even ask. So you wouldn't Bing it then?
Radiant are
Of course not.
scanning.
What about Yahoo Answers?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe for a bit of insight?
Why not?
Yeah, go on then.
Throw it
Miposhka,
out, you know.
very poor. Wait, he's got...
It's not that poor.
That looks weird. He's got 3.3k net worth, but it doesn't look like he's got any items. It's just a Quelling Blade, Tranquil's Wand, Orb of Venom. Loads of little
Got
crappy
1,000
things.
gold.
That's true. That is true. Ghost Stick has gone for a roar and found 5 enemy heroes. Does take down Sonic with his Boar and his Dark Troll, though. FN just continues farming, going for the triple defensive item this time around. Oh no, there we go. He decided against it. He wants Skadi. He doesn't want BKB. BKB's for nerds.
Yep, it is. He wants the fun item. Oh?
So what's the reason Morphlings aren't really going E-Blade anymore? So I've seen a lot of like Hurricane Pikes, you know, Maelstroms, Skadis, Mantas, Lincolns.
I think it's when... I mean, these last 2 games he's been playing with an Ember Spirit, and Ember Spirits are tending to go for this magical damage. So,
Dire are
with the
scanning.
popularity of pipe and items like that, I think it's just you tend to want to play right click. Makes you go a bit harder, you can push harder. Plus this game, E-Blade against OD and Omni Knight, it's not the best item.
Do they catch Miposhka? They sure do. This is kind of spooky. If he turns and throws some spells... Ah, there's no real follow-up from Empire, never mind. Bounty runes have spawned.
Pressure the tier 2, probably take it. They have the Alpha Wolf from the Dominated group.
Fast Roche spawn in a minute and a half.
Radiant's middle
I should be able to grab
tower has
themselves the double bounties top, but Ghost Stick's done a great job just sliding through the jungle to get the double bot. He's waiting for some to TP down to this shrine. Expecting the defense of this bottom lane as Naive has shoved it all the way in, but they've also got to deal with top. The Manta Illusions of Morphling. Oh, there we go. 8 unhealable damage.
Progress. They're constantly going to be worried about the split push, like I said. They really can't catch these heroes out that well, so they've got to recognise that they're always going to be playing against it. Morphling getting close to the Skadi. Make him a lot more survivable against the OD.
After this game, I want to figure out how many ex-Na'Vi players are in the qualifiers. Feels bad. Ark outside of his base. Very interesting place to be. He has fed. They're all coming. Oh dear.
No ice path, no ice path.
2 seconds. I have it
They
soon.
don't have anything.
Oh dear. This is not good. Repel and BKB. FN's ready to freaking go. Forward on to Soneko. Guardian Angel ends, but it's the Adaptive Strike that kills him. It's the glimpse back. Flo and Nico maybe still chasing in onto Naive, but the double remnant back over the hills and far away. Make sure everything is all okay. So Beastmaster, what?
Dire's middle tower is
Traded for
under
Arc
attack.
Death and Buyback and Naga Death.
And gem as well. Yeah, FN takes the gem from Soneko's body.
Radiant
And he can
are
nearly afford
scanning.
Skadi. About 1,000 off it.
Good for Empire. Not the fight they were hoping for. I thought they were going to win that a lot harder, but Ghost Stick going down. They do have to be wary of this OD. He's doing quite a lot in these fights now.
What's that? Zeus halfway to... Oh, more than halfway. About 65% of the way through Aghanim Scepter now. With an Ether Lens on top of it. Gem reclaimed by the Courier all the way back to base. Miposhka doesn't feel safe holding onto it himself. And Morphling feels so good here against Omni. Just being able to like turn into Omni, repel yourself, and then destroy the enemy team. As
That was one of the earlier matchups that people were picking the Morphling into. They see the Omni,
Looks
They
like
get the morphing in
James.
just for that.
OD forced to Astral himself. He's got Blink Dagger off the back of this. Gets himself a little bit of distance into the glimpse now, but he's been repelled. Raw forward, and down goes the Omni. No more saves, and Nico Baby trapped in the middle. FN going to work, but Boschka's down, but Nico Baby's got nothing really left in the tank. A Blink and a Hurricane Pike, but GG's called. It's over. Empire. They do it.
With this morphing now. FN turned into Omni again, gets the repel off, and then he's just, you can't deal with the heroes. Maybe they need to think about the morphing ban when they pick the Omni, because that hero just countered their strat completely.
Is that Empire's second win? That's Empire's second win. So now we have
2-1 now.
Yes, now we have Spirit 2 wins, Empire 2 wins. I don't know if this is being updated quickly, but this is turning out to be quite the first day of a group stage.
Yeah. So the only team currently on 0-2 is Vega. Everyone else has at least one win.
Ah, yeah, the thing I'm looking at hasn't been updated because AFK 20 has defeated Vega, right? And Vega, have Vega actually not won any games?
No, they lost to Empire and then AFK 20 as well.
And they're playing against and they've just lost to Double Dimension, so they're 0-3.
They have.
Yeah, that's literally just been updated in the doc. 0-3.
Wow. Vega could be looking at an early exit.
Yeah, looks like it might be that way. So coming
Can
up
they even
next,
claw it back? They have 4 more games, right? Yeah, they can.
yeah, they can. But who do they have the games against? Let's have a look. Vega have to play Fly to Moon today, and that's their final. So the final game of today for them is Fly to Moon, and then tomorrow, Vega have to play Espada and Team Spirit and Gambit. Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah.
It's doable.
They're just going to find their groove. They're a better team than 0-3, so hopefully they can win a few games, I guess.
Well, coming up next, Gambit against AFK 20. We're going to see a lot of AFK 20 today.
Yeah. Have we got any Fly to Moon games?
I don't think we do, sadly.
Rip.
So our next two games are Gambit AFK 20 and Espada AFK 20. And then that's it for the day, I think.
Right.
Righty-ho. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll get in the lobby. We'll find your next game.
Big.